Alrighty, my friends, special video. We're going to have some music playing in the background. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of coins. We're going to go down the list, and I'll be making tons of videos on each and every one of these. It's going to be a while. So I have one request. Whenever I make this video, I'm going to send a link, and that link's going to be the TA that I do in this video. That TA is a annotation of the actual physical chart, and that link leads people down the yellow brick road. This is the key, my friends, and what I need from you. If you hand this key to people, this is how they can see it live in the time, and you bring them to me, my friends, and this will be a blessing to me. So when you see that link, retweet that link, share that link, give that link, and keep it, because that link will share exactly my entire maps, my TA on that particular day, everything. So you have it. You can never lose it. It is written in your charts that you have. And the important thing about the link is it's going to be in your device. So it's not saved across all your devices unless you have full platform access and you sign in. But it does save on your device. And I have made a way that you can device sync. It's just a little bit more manual labor. But I digress. We're going to be talking about Jasmy, and I'm going to be doing these videos one at a time and building you maps using aggregated data, not the mini maps. We're talking about the literal physical maps using the data that I have access to, my friends. I have over roughly about 20 different venues that I'm able to pull from, and I've been able to aggregate that data and my indicators. I'm smiling ear to ear because it's so special to me, because I designed it because the levels that you're going to see on the chart is more powerful than trading views, 10 times better, because it's aggregate. So the tiny little exchange you're looking at that's got 100K volume on it means nothing compared to Binance with billions of volume on it. So you want that, don't you? Well, if you're searching on Coinbase and you're looking at that puny exchange, you're going to get the levels, yes, but not the accurate ones. Well, I've designed something far greater, and I'm just so proud of this. I really do believe I was designed to build this. So this is going to be a full map breakdown on Jasmy. My previous maps were using old data. It was using Coinbase and Gate.io's, because Gate.io had previous data, a far greater look back history. Where mine, I get it all. And so this is going to be an updated map with the levels that I have present with me. And again, with the link, you'll have access to the map forever. So yeah, let's get into it. If you want my template inside this chart, join the Discord. Go here, click join the Discord, and you can see in the general chat my actual template that I shared, so you can have exactly everything that I have built here for you, my friends. So make sure you get that. So let's do Jasmy, and let's focus on this. I want to show you a VWAP that's here. Let's do this. Let's go to the quarterly. This is important. Wait, which one was it? I'm sorry. It was the PVP one. Forgive me. Let me see here. I think it was the quarterly PVP. Yeah, perfect. So we're going to go into this. We have defeated the quarterly NPOC, well, the current quarter's POC, and we've reclaimed value. So we're going to target the other side at 4779. But I actually think this is the target. So this is going to be a map of future price. Now, word of warning. When I make maps, it doesn't mean it's going to have 100% success rate. It's just telling you where they are, okay? Where the majority is, okay? Our philosophy is this: the majority lose, so find the majority. And that is my whole philosophy and methodology, my friends. If you find where the majority is, then you can counter it. And so that right there is where the majority of that particular quarter's volume is on a periodic volume profile of all the aggregate exchanges that I have available to me. Now, I'm going to map these for you, but I'm going to front run them for you. Okay. So every map that I give you is going to be front run. I've learned this lesson well in advance that I have to front run my levels. Last cycle, my levels were front run by literally 0.25%, 1%. If you remember, in the last cycle, when the targets were getting really close, I was getting very excited, and I had my limit take profit orders, and they would be front run by 1%, and it would just drive me nuts because that's my limits, and I've given them publicly, and it would take, it would get close and then dunk like 10%, and I would wait days to get hit because I set all my limits and I set it and forget it and live my life. And then I started realizing that, I can't give this stuff publicly anymore. I'm front running it, and I'm gonna on all my levels, I am dividing my sell points evenly near a level. And so that's how I had to circumvent it last time, because it was too painful for me to watch the level get front run. And that's why I've changed my philosophy and my principles. You got to adjust. So I'm going to show you the quarterly levels on the TPOCs, or excuse me, not TPOCs, but the PVPs, periodic volume profiles. And then I'm going to show you where they are on the VWAPs. I'm leaning more on VWAPs in this cycle because it's just proven so good, and Bitcoin and other assets are just delish when it comes to VWAPs. I built the world's greatest VWAP indicator, and it's even better now because I have aggregate data, and I was one of the first in the world, if not the first, to build the PVP indicator in the likeness, or the VWAP indicator in the likeness of the PVP indicator. And so it's so good. And as I've used the VWAP indicator more and more, it is clearly evident that it is superior. And so I use both PVPs and VWAPs. I'm going to show you everything in this video and through all the coins that we're going to go through. Okay, let me take a drink and let's do this. Hopefully the music's not too loud, but I'm in a great mood. This is great for me. So yeah, so talked about it earlier that we want to see a spring. This spring has sprung. There is a level to the south, so it's like, listen, have we gotten spanked before believing this? Yes, and I'll explain it really quick in this video that I've done this before. Okay, I just want to stress I've been here before, and look at the perfection. This happened last time, and this was front run last time. Front run, and this took me by surprise. And so I've clearly stated that in this particular cycle that it's front run season, and so far it has been front run season. And so I've battled between the double bottom or an SFP, but I know the last cycle was a double bottom with a front run. And so I'm assuming that we're going to get the front run. Okay. I've said it over and over again, front run. And then that would devastate the most people, not getting an SFP. So I believe it. So yeah, this is why I've been saying that it's more likely that prepare mentally for this, for an SFP, for a Wyckoff accumulation schematic, prepare mentally, but don't be surprised if there is a double bottom scenario, because they did it last time. Statistics are so good for us. I watch every candle, and it doesn't make certainty, but it helps me prepare mentally for the battle of the market maker of this world. I'm just a dude in a cabin in the woods, and I'm fighting against one of the most powerful entities on this planet. And that's what I do. and I make it public, and I do it for free. And I do it for free. So there's a lot is on my shoulders, and it's a lot of pressure. And so that's why I take statistics very, very seriously, because all my TA is based on facts, not my opinion. And so it is written. That's what I utilize. So moving forward, I said, hey, the quarterly POC is at around 4429. It's a little bit different depending on the time frame, but regardless, that is the level. So if we can manage to hold above this, we can see the NPOC of the previous quarter is around 5723. Now look at this, my friends. If we zoom in on this delicious zoom, look at what happened. It was front run. Okay, it was front run. So I'm thinking that it's going to be butter, okay, because it was tapped. That it be because it was taken. 3 years ago, I coined the term the market maker tripwire, and that was 3 years ago. I coined it the market maker tripwire. I haven't seen it in recent times, so I'm just giving you like a fact that I used in the past. Now, I haven't had it verified in recent months, so I just want to stress, don't set it in stone that this is what's going to happen. But statistically, in the past, from what I've gathered, that this market maker tripwire is what I coined it as, is when they come and almost take the level, or they take the level just before the quarterly close, or just before that close, and they've already taken the liquidity there. And that's what they did. And then they ended the quarter. So I consider this a tripwire, where you think this is going to be resistance, tap and take and drop, but they've already taken it. You just don't know it, because you just see the extended line, but you don't see that they pretty much did take it just before the close. So in your eyes, you're saying, oh, that's resistance, and I don't blame you. But statistically, it is proven to me that they don't want that one. So if we're going anywhere near this one, it's actually to go higher. So again, I want to stress in this video that that is speculation on my part right now, because I haven't seen that proven. So I'm writing this down now in my notes and in my mind and putting it on video. So if this level, this exact level in the future, is tapped and rejected violently, then I'm wrong. That this is not this market maker tripwire thing that I coined 3 years ago is not playing out in this cycle. I need to know this, because if it doesn't now, then I'm not going to treat it as such. But if it moves higher, then I can trust my statistics and my previous knowledge that that is going to be a level that we should melt through in the future. And so that's why I do this, it's to help me mentally. Okay. So let's mark these on the charts. And so the NPOC, let's go here and set some levels. I'm front running them. And here's some here. They exist. Okay. So this is the new map. Okay. Okay. This is quarterly. We have a quarterly value area high. I'm not going to use that though right now. Okay. So this is the quarterly, and let's turn on the yearly, and I know the yearly is going to be the same. So 5636, so it's roughly in the range. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it. Okay. I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to leave that one. That's a yearly also. Let's go back into time. Excuse me. Let me just see here. Am I missing anything? I'm going to pull, this isn't a full year, so let me just see what I have here. I'm going to make my own. I'll make my own. So it changed. So I'll tell you why it changed. And I'll explain it. So I have what they call precision mode, and it calculates everything over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And it helps not lie to you. So as you saw when I first pulled it, that was the volume that it gathered, but then it's pulling it from all the exchanges. And so it changed because now I have more truer data. So it's not 9.2, which was showing me 11. It is 9.2 now. So I'm going to look at this level and see what we have in the future. So this could be a very, very important level in the future if we move up higher. So let me just look up here and see if I don't think we've ever gotten close. Yeah. So I'm going to mark that on the chart. So that is a hidden level. Well, let me double check this if it is a hidden level. Yeah, no, it's perfect. Yeah, we're good. It is. Oh, and I'll explain why. I'll explain why I think that. Because after this consolidation, no candle past this has hit it. This candle never did. This never did. It just dropped. And so the volume of everything in the past is right there, and it was never tapped. So this is why I can have trust in it. So little golden nugget for my friends. Okay. And then let's turn off that. So the PVPs are finished. No, they're not. I've done the yearlies. I've done the quarterlies. I could do monthlies. I'll do monthlies. They're a little smaller levels. I'm front running them. I like this one, and I'll go in. The reason why I really like this one is it was a Wickless Weekly Open. It's one of the most devastating candles that's ever happened to me because it was a 99.9% statistical probability that a Wickless Weekly Open would be tapped again. And they got me. So that never happened. And I have statistics that show me that that is a statistical probability. And so I believed that would have another tap, and it never did. And so I trusted that data, and it bit me. So I learned my lesson that it is possible that 0.001% chance can get you. And that Wickless Weekly Open bit me. So got spanked on that one. Happens. So there we go. There's the PVPs. And then let's go with... Let's look at the VWAPs now. I want to go through the yearly. And so I'm going to mark ranges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put boxes next to these on areas that are, the boxes are, what should I say? Confluence zones. Okay, so I've given you the first round of the periodic volume profiles. That's round 1. But then I'm getting confluence of other things. VWAPs, levels, institutional levels, and liquidations. So we're going to go through each one, and we're going to put boxes around these levels to go, okay, these are clusters for future price. And so that's what I'm going to do in this video. So let's do that. What is this one? No, I don't want to do that. Let's do this, and let's do this, and then let's make it so I can make more. So we have an NPOC here on there, and I have one here. Okay, that is the yearly. Let's go quarterly. So we have one there. We have one way up there. Good. Okay, let me turn this off. And then let's go here. I want this. And then... Oops. Sorry. Gotta do this. And there is a confluence zone up here, so I will draw a box. These are confluence zone. These are how I build my zones. So whenever I make boxes, It's not sorcery. Like, how do you do that? Are you the market maker? No. I tell you how to do it. If you just watch the videos. It's like, just watch the video. You can do this yourself. No? Just, here's the thing I want to share with you, my friends. You're just seeing 10 years of my life. I make it look easy. It's easy to me, and I have to understand that this might sound like a different language. It is a different language. This is the lexicon of the market maker. This is a different language. So I hope I don't sound like you're an idiot because you don't understand. I really don't want to convey that message. It's just simple to me because I've been doing it for almost a decade, and I've been repeating this process over and over in my brain. It's just natural to me. But I want to say that it can become so natural for you. You just have to repeat it. You just follow what I'm doing in my videos. Just do it. Just try it. Humor me. Try it yourself. Pick a coin. Mark the levels on the chart. Set your alerts. See what happens. And watch the joy enter your heart when the level you thought of to get hit hits. Then it changes you. Then you see. And hopefully that can help you so you can navigate this world on your own. All right. So there's the quarterly. Let's look at the monthlies. So the monthlies do have some confluences. I don't know if I want to. Hold on. Let me think here. That was front run. That's front run. That's front run. That's front run. I'm going to leave the boxes. I kind of want to put a box here, but it's going to feel like, to me, that's kind of weak. I'm going to put a box. I am going to put a box here, though. These are great levels. Maybe not that large, but we'll look at this in a moment. So let's go to institutional levels, and these are opens. And hold on a second. There should be a yearly open. Why is there not a yearly open? Huh. Okay, I had to just go on a higher time frame. See, this is what I'm saying. Look at that. So, more confluence. This is what I want. And this is what I really want. And then there's the Wickless Weekly Open. Unbelievable. This one drives me nuts, I'll be honest with you. Because we have to understand that my map got us this far, and we hit some really good take profits. But I had one at 6.9, roughly around 6.9. And when you see a statistical probability that that's going to get taken in this hammer type candle, it's, I forgive myself. If I saw this in hindsight, it's easy. But if I saw this exact same scenario today, I would call higher. I have 100% of every single time I would call higher. It's just, in hindsight, it's a clear SFP. I get it. But, in hindsight, but that candle really drives me nuts because it's a wickless and statistically not probable that it won't get hit again. So there's the new box here. Delish. And then let's pull on the quarterly. Yeah, so I like my box. See my box, man? Not of works. What's up, homie? I love it. I love it. Butter above, my friends. Possible spring event. We really double bottom possible spring event. Listen, dudes. Listen. I know what you're thinking. I feel like I'm Elrond going, I've been there before. And you laugh at me. I know you do. I know deep down you're just like, whatever, dude. I hate your guts. You suck. Maybe you're not saying that. But I've been here before. I promise you I've been here. In fact, I was one of the loudest voices last cycle. And just looking at this now and seeing the map I'm just made, listen, I've been beat up with you. I've suffered with you. I know what you're feeling because I'm here. I'm with you. So I if I'm feeling it and I'm used to it, then I can't imagine someone who's not used to it and what they're feeling. So my heart and compassion goes to you. And so, but you have to have compassion for me. I'm just some random dude, yes, but have compassion for me. I'm putting almost the world on my shoulders. That's what it feels like. And, you know, I'm trying to give courage in a realm that doesn't allow it, you know. There's no certainty in this realm, and you never will get certainty. And your risk tolerance is far different than my risk tolerance or someone else's risk tolerance. So I have to be extremely careful with the word choices that I have. Okay? People want certain answers from me, and I have to be extremely careful because I don't want to sway them wrong. I do not want to sway you in the wrong way. I just want to show you the facts on the chart and what is written, and then you can make the choice on what you want to have happen next, my friends. So I just built you the map. Obviously, I still think 32 cents is a possibility and 69 cents is a possibility, and it's a gap. So I know that there's nothing but air there. And so that's why I still think that's a possible target. Not probable. I will just say, I'll stress, I don't think it's probable, but still possible. But I don't have any true levels. I just showed you. Do I have any levels there? Well, you know what? Let me see here. Actually. Let me turn back on the VWAPs and just see if I have any weeklies. And let's do 5,000 or however many I can do. I can do 500. Let's go 3-day. Let's just see. Yeah, let me just see what I can come up with. All right. Well, there is levels on but let me stress this. These are weeklies, okay? They're quote unquote weaker, okay? But they exist. So I'm going to change the colors on these. So only you that have watched this video can recognize it. Okay. These are special. These are special. Okay. Duplicate. Oops. Get over here. And duplicate. Why is it doing that? Okay. I'm front running them. Dude, $1? Dude, I'm just showing you where the levels is. These are volume weighted moving averages. Untapped, naked ones. Okay. Possible? Well, here's the thing. I don't think it's probable. I just want to stress. I don't think this is probable. Possible. Probable? Possible. You know. This is how I do it. Okay? Laugh all you want. These are my take profits. Okay? These are my take profit areas. And no matter what happens, if any of these levels get hit, your boy has something on the table and he can take profits. I don't care what level it is. I don't fully sell everything. I don't literally just market sell the whole thing. I take profits at these levels and I take percentages. So if I have 100% of Jasmy and I sell 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, I'm selling 10% of the 100%, then I'm selling 10% of that 90%, then I'm selling 10%. So I'm locking in gains lower, and less as it moves higher, but I'm still locking in gains. Okay. That is how I do it. You got to figure out how you want to do it. So there's the weekly. Let me see what the monthly shows us for way back in the day. Let's go to 500. I don't need to, but yeah, we have these two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these two. But mark them on your chart if you care about weeklies. And I'm just going to move them a little bit higher because I trust monthlies far greater. So I'm going to move these just a little bit higher. There we go. And then I'm going to turn off that. And I don't really want to have that many though. So we'll just do 50. also. And then that's the monthly. And then let me do the weekly so I just don't want to have wasteful stuff. Okay, there's the 50. So that's the VWAPs. Let me just humor everyone and let's go to the quarterly. Quarterly goes all the way back. So monthly though, let's go. How far does that go? Where is it? Rows, Instagram. Oh yeah, where is it? Monthly. So that's period C. Look back. Let's go 500. Okay. We do have one here. Do have one here on a monthly. Let's front run $1. Let's just front run $1. Let me turn that down. So they do exist. They do exist. Now, if you're licking your chops, because I know you are, I just don't think it's a statistical probability. You're like, I'm just going to wait for $1.54. You do whatever you want, Holmes. Don't come crying. Man, I wish I would have taken profits. Let's see here. So the look back goes all the way back for the quarterly PvP. So there isn't anything in the past. Okay. So I just gave you a serious deep dive on JasmyCoin. So let's see here. Is there anything else I want to do? Let's just see liquidations. Delete this. And then I'm going to delete that. I don't see any liquidations here. Nothing here. There is one right here though. Very little one. Let me see here. It's nothing. It's air. Okay. Alrighty, my friends. There you go. This is the Jasmy map. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. Let's kind of clean up the boxes. Well, I'll let you guys clean up the boxes. We're going to do this. And then let's delete the image. And then let's do a folder. We're going to call this the map. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. Because I just hope you love it. Because it's delish to me, my friends. It's so delish to me. Now, we're not out of the woods. Just want to stress that. Because we still have levels down here. Just want to... Is it possible below's in? Yes. But mentally prepare, just in case. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to share with you my chart. And so any trader listening to this video, ambassadors, any trader, or just you want to share this with communities. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this link that I'm going to send, or you click this link to share it with everybody. And that's how you do that. But then I also have the ability to share my template. If you like my template and you want my template, join my Discord. I'll pin it in the general chat. How about that? I'll pin it in the general chat, or I'll create a channel called My Templates. So you can have this exact template. If you like the colors, you like the style that I have, how it's designed, everything, that's how you can get the template. Now, I'm going to share this TA indicator link. So what you can do is you click this link, and then what I would do is log in, go here and log in, and it'll help with being able to do a transfer to device. Yeah, this one right here, excuse me. If you're signed in and your full platform, you don't need to worry about this. It cloud syncs to everything, makes it simple. But if you don't want to support me because you hate my guts, just kidding. You can do it via transfer to device. And if you want to do it on your phone, or if you want to do it on your PC. So there you go. Make it super simple just by the link. Now, when you see this link, please, my friends, send it. Like and retweet. If you want to support the work that I do and you want to help me out, You can do it so from the support page, you could become a founder for $5 a month, or if you want the education content and want to learn this stuff, it's $20 a month, and I give you a free month with code TRADESAFEAI, and then you can get the modules. And if you don't understand how I did any of this, it teaches you VWAP mastery. You get everything in here. I got to sign in, but everything is set up for you here, my friends. So boom, shaka laka. So much love. And then you'll get the AI assistant in here, and you can get the education. So there you are. Much love. Bye-bye now.